What is up, YouTube? Back in the gym again, finally. It's been a while since we filmed training stuff, but realistically, this is like what I love to show you guys, is just the raw kind of training that happens day in, day out. It's been a while since I think we've filmed a bit more about like myself as an athlete. The last few videos have all been about coaching, which whilst I love coaching, I also love my own bodybuilding journey. And that's kind of what started this YouTube. It was my bodybuilding journey. And there's a lot of that to come. Like next year, obviously I'll be on prep. We've got a very exciting prep series to come soon. But yeah, so in terms of where I'm at right now, I'm at the very closing stages of my pre-prep diet. We're actually quite far into it. We're like 13 weeks into this diet phase. And we took a much steadier approach than my last diet I did. And this worked so well. In terms of just holding performance throughout, I haven't seen a drop of much at all. And as a result, I've looked like I've held fullness superbly throughout this phase. So much more compared to last time. And I really do believe this slightly steadier approach is still like assertive-ish. Like I'm down 11 kilos in 13 weeks. But this slightly steadier approach has just done a great job for visuals. And I think carrying this through for another few weeks is going to get me into a really, really good spot. So we've got like 3 kilos to come off until we're where we need to be. So I don't think we're going to rush that process. I think maybe like 3 or 4 weeks and we'll be there. And then it's a steady reverse into prep next year. Right now I'm basically at the body weight I'll start prep at, but it'll be a fuller look when I start prep, not a dieting look. So it'll be like almost when I'm 84 kilos. So I'll be a bit leaner because I have more glycogen stores, which will kind of push body weight up a bit, if that makes sense. So yeah, today's pull, you just saw my stiff leg. I took 200 for 9. Last week I saw a slight regression. I did 220 for 4, but I got in earlier in the gym because I was traveling to Budapest for Bert's final show of the season. So back into normal routine, saw performance go back to where it should be. And I've actually managed to retain stiff legs like for the last 2 and a bit months. It's crazy. I've been rotating rep ranges and it's absolutely key. I go from 220 for 5, 200 for 9, 210 for 7, just rinsing and repeating that process. Just allowing myself to do more effective reps and not get stuck to a rep range which can see me stall. So happy days with that. I feel really good. Like that warm up on 180 felt pretty shit. And then once I got going on the 200, I was like, yeah, it's on. You do have to sometimes tell yourself that mid-set. I was going into that set saying, maybe 8, maybe 9. By rep 3, I was like, no, it's fucking on, let's go. And it really paid off. Like, it just kept me going throughout the set and getting what I wanted to take. So yeah, happy with that. We're going to go on to the rest of the full session today. Just going to show you my back session, like all the stuff I'm running right now in the start phase, how I'm managing volume, and also maybe a bit of physique up there at the end, because it's been quite some time since I've done that, so I think it'll be cool to do that, to be honest. Yeah, let's crack on. Oh, I placed this at the start of my session now. Before I was doing mid-back work. I've come to the conclusion now, my back is just like, all I need is terrors, just loads of terrors. You'll notice like, sometimes things will change, you have to then change your training, right? So I was doing a lot of trap work last push-up, and it responded so well. I honestly think the things that you need more of, place at the start, put it first, you know, because it will be freshest, and you'll get the most quality work done at that stage. Right, so we're doing this upper back row, which is really aligned for me. I'm doing it because I had this issue in my bicep, and the freedom of the wrists with the D handles helps so much. But just a little tip, if you're doing a mid-back row, you should be feeling your traps up here. A lot of the time I think people do these rows, they're not understanding what they're trying to hit. And yeah, a horizontal row, like a wide grip, is going to bring in more rear delt, but you should still be feeling by the top of your traps. It is a shrug. And to do that, you need to cue low to high. It needs to be going in this motion. Any upper back row machine that doesn't move from low to high is not ideal. It's not going to get that full kind of range of motion you want to take your scapula through, which is all the way up here. This is full retraction. I can't get as much retraction as here versus there. You get more, and you'll work your whole trap. I hear a lot of people ask me, do we need to do traps? I feel like I'm not training traps. You're literally training your traps in any upper back row you do, if you do it right.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's much better.
Whoa, come on!
So we're going on this low lat seated row. 4 weeks ago I did like 19 for 7, I believe. And it's been a while since I did it because I was in Denmark. So I used a different like machine completely. I did like a single arm lower lat machine row. And I really believe that today I'll be able to hold it despite it's been like, what, 4 weeks since I last did it. And I honestly think that like a lot of the time you're training, it's just all about your mindset and your confidence. So far through this session, nothing's dropped off. So why should this? Let the momentum build up in your head and utilize it into your next set. So every set I do, it's like more momentum. Every session I do where I retain, it's more momentum. If you can create this positive chain of effects, you're gonna really get yourself in a position where you can just believe in what you can do in a deficit. And that's what I've managed to create myself so much more in this diet than ever before. It's just a mentality that I have going into my sets and going into my sessions in a deficit. I never really nailed it until now. I think my last prep even, like, I don't know, I would just let the warm-ups get to me a little bit more than I should. And I just like would have this ongoing battle with retention. This time it's very different. And it's also very noticeably different to my last mini diet I did last year. So if you can find it, like that confidence, just keep going with it. Keep riding that wave of confidence because it makes such a difference. So yeah. Oh. So doing a pre-curl, doing 3 sets on this, and then 1 set on a behind body curl. The pre-curl is going to work the short head. The behind body curl is going to work the long head. And to put it into simpler terms, if you're wondering what you need to focus on, the way I look at it is like, do I want more bicep in my side chest, or do I want more bicep in my front double? When I'm hitting a front double, the long head is more visible. When I'm hitting a side chest, the long head's completely tucked away, there's more short head visible. So if you feel like you've got more gaps in your side chest, your side shots in your bicep, you need to prioritize more short head bias work. If you feel like your front double doesn't look as good, do more long head bicep work. Just keep it simple like that. So 3 sets on this. So the priority for me is on this, because I feel like my biceps are quite, dominant in the front double. Side chest I like a little bit more. Right, so we're going to give you a raw physique update with like 2 weeks left of my pre-prep diet. I'm going to show you how I'm looking at 85 kilos on the dot. Bodyweight's been a little bit stubborn this week, but visuals have been very different. So to be honest, I'm very happy with how I look at 85 kilos. This was like almost where I started prep last time, and I was very, very soft. But this bodyweight will be where I start prep next year. So the condition I'm at, I'll be around this condition when I start prep. And a lot of people are going to think that's too lean. But when you understand my physique and how much needs to come off my glutes to bring that look that is needed in the pro ranks, is right where I need to be. In the pro level, you have to have striated glutes or just completely dug out glutes. Like that is the level that everyone will be bringing condition. And if I don't bring that, I am soft. So yeah, I'll just show you where I'm at whilst I get flatter and flatter. So we'll do a whole round. You can see from start to finish how I'm looking. Let's do it. So that's a wrap for today's cool session, deep into the pre-prep diet, almost at the end. And yeah, overall really happy with today's session. I couldn't complain, everything's retained. And these numbers have pretty much held for absolutely ages, which is crazy to think. I think it's honestly just credit to the steady rate of loss. Like I've learned a lot from this phase. Like I've learned, what difference it is when you just move a little bit slower. You still want to be assertive, but I think there's a line there. Like there's a line where if you move a bit quicker than this and you're losing like over 1% when you are a little bit leaner, you're probably going to see, as the studies say, like drop-offs in performance and muscle. So yeah, coming out of this diet soon in a really good spot. But the key thing now is just to not start prep too soft at all. Like I really need to start in a position where most people will be saying it is too lean, because for me that means I'm in a good spot. Because for myself, I hold body fat so evenly, but then also I have a lot of my glutes that no one really looks at, that a lot of people will be like, oh, they'll see my front, they'll see my abs, my quads from the front, and they'll go, oh, he's ready. But no, I've got a lot more to come in. I need to be absolutely peeled. Like that is the conditioning I need. Like if I do bring that, I feel like I'll be very competitive next year, and I can't wait for it, because I'm mostly just excited for the physique. Like I don't really care about the placings, to be honest. I'm just excited to see my physique. Like that's what it's about. What happens, but I do believe that I do have that confidence that I'm bringing a physique that will be, kind of winning worthy in my eyes. Like genuinely, I do think that. You've got to think that at the end of the day, because otherwise, what's the point? if you're competing to win. So, yeah, very good session. Happy days. We keep moving through. We've got a few weeks left, and then we get out of this into a reverse. And how I'm looking right now is a pretty flat look. Like once I get into like a continuous surplus, the physique's just going to come to life, which is an exciting thought. So you might see more physique updates from myself very soon. But yeah, appreciate all the support as always. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos, being a bit more centered around me as an athlete again. Yeah, like and subscribe if you're new to the videos. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Always drop a like. I really appreciate the support. It means so much at the moment. The YouTube is really going strong, and I'm just excited for the future of it, to be honest. It's going to be a good year next year. So yeah, appreciate the support, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.